Hi tubers, welcome back for another adventure. Well, this is going to be one of those walking talking videos. Sorry about that. If you don't want to watch it, you might as well shut it off now. We all knew it would happen one day, but I think it finally did. I think for the moment I'm full. I don't have anywhere to put anything. And the problem is I have deals stacking up like no tomorrow on Craigslist. And this really hurt. There were quite a few nice deals. There was a TRX 200SX, red, white, and blue version. Plastic was in halfway decent shape, especially for the year, and considering it was a TRX 200SX, one like I owned a long time ago back in the day. $500, needed a little bit of love and attention. Probably could have got it for $400, had to pass it up. I'm full. The deal that hurt the most was there was a club car that was complete. It had the motor in it and the whole shooting match. The person bought it as a project, and they bought the 300cc Predator motor to put in it. What's 300cc? 8 horsepower. And they were going to do a conversion, but they stopped. That really hurt, having to walk away from. For $600, I would have got all the pieces to put this back together again, right? Because the motor's solid in this thing. I need the externals. Plus, I would have got the Predator, plus another golf cart. And the club cars have forward and reverse in the rear end and so forth. So that was a heck of a deal. And then there was another guy who had two of these things out in Middletown, New York. And it was a make me an offer type deal. He had the bigger version of this guy. I think it said 2 or 250 cc's. So the bigger version. And then he also had the smaller version, the 110cc model with the 3-speed. The one that I worked out a deal with Hillbilly Homestead on. So all these deals, and I just got to stop taking them in for now. What I want to do is, it's July, but I want to start getting my act together with this garage so that I could work in it during the hot month of the rest of the summer. And I also want to start setting this up for winter. So bringing home, oh, and there was also a pair of E-Z-Go golf carts. I think he wanted $400 for the pair of those. They had electrical problems. But I mean, I just can't take in another 2 of these off-road go-karts. They're huge. 2 golf carts, those are big. Even though the 200SX wasn't huge, it's just another quad to be floating around. So all these deals, man, Craigslist is, I don't know what to do. I enjoy looking at Craigslist, and I enjoy running deals down to completion, but I mean, after a while you just can't take in this stuff anymore. You just literally end up with too much. Some of you have advised me to take in shipping containers, and let me just talk about those quickly. Where I live, I cannot have a shipping container. Believe it or not, this is considered residential, and I'm really pushing my luck with the tarp buildings and all this stuff floating around. If I bring in a shipping container, I will have trouble. I'm kind of getting away with things now, because in my town, if your neighbors are cool with what you're up to and you're cool with what your neighbors are up to, nobody, makes any phone calls, everything's good. But a shipping container might be just enough to get one of those phone calls from a neighbor, and then that would be the end of me. Some of you have mentioned building an underground bunker. That would require all kinds of permits, and this place happens to be on rock, on ledge, so unless I'm ready to start blasting, and it hardly pays to start blasting holes in the ground to store $500 all-terrain vehicles in, right? Besides all the trouble I would have with my wife, my neighbors, zoning, and so forth. So the underground bunkers wouldn't work out. These tents are interesting, but having had them up now for a few years, if you buy one of these tents that's really a good one, I don't know, you'll get 5 to 10 years out of the tarp. If you buy a cheap one, you're lucky to get 5 years out of it. I've been patching the heck out of that one, and it doesn't look like it's going to make it to 5. So, yeah, I really hate it. You guys know I love the deal, and I just have to pass on these deals. I just think of the way some of the folks handle it. Musty One, he turns stuff over, as does You Dizzy, right? They don't tend to get all sticky finger and all, I really fall in love with this stuff and keep it, right? They have a tendency to move stuff on. Roger O'Connor, he moves stuff on. Also, he's one of the other people I kind of watch do things and build things and all. Though he's got a couple of things he really loves and should love. He's doing a great job on that Cushman golf cart. So if anybody's out there, go check out Roger O'Connor. For a lot of the other guys I watch, I do watch quad racers. They have quite a bit of stuff. They have quite a bit of space now out there in Pennsylvania. So they're not suffering from a space problem at this point. Though at the rate they're acquiring things, they could run into that problem in the future. They also run their stuff really, really hard, and when it's done, they seem to move it on. I think there's a Rapture that's going to get moved on shortly. So don't be surprised at some point, not yet, so don't ask, I'm not selling anything, but don't be surprised at some point if I don't have to start nibbling around the edges and moving some stuff forward, because if I want to take in new stuff, I can't have a mouthful of the old stuff, right? I mean, it's nice to eat a cupcake, but sometimes you got to swallow the steak first, eh? So, I don't know. Wish I had more space. Wish I had a barn, one of those big barns they have, like a dairy barn where you have the big hayloft on top and, all that space underneath. Right, just flatten out the cement where the cows used to be. Just kind of fill in the manure trough. Fill in the hay so it's nice and flat across there, and have a nice big barn to play with my toys in. Section off a section of it that I could heat, and with big enough doors so I could carry stuff in and out with a forklift, and make it an elevator from up in the loft down to the basement. Nice heated area, air conditioned too for the summer. Nice lift. Though I can't complain. I'm working in a lot better conditions than most people, so I should just enjoy and be thankful for what I have. Anyway, Just kind of complaining out loud that I can't take advantage of all the deals I'm finding. Guys, take a look at Craigslist. I don't know what it is. Normally the kind of deals I see going by, they're more like fall deals, like you know, those October deals when you realize you can't fit all that stuff in your garage and you got to sell it off, or you know that you don't want snow on it, or that you got a deal and now you're ready to move your stuff on. There's a lot of great deals out there. So anybody who's after a toy and you got a few $100 in your pocket, those 2 golf carts for 400, those all-terrain vehicles out toward Middletown, those 2 off-road go-karts, make an offer, neither of them ran. I mean, the club car for $600 with the engine to do the conversion, plus it's complete, which means you could sell off the old engine, all the components off the old engine. That I would buy. I would buy just the old engine. I mean, a TRX 200 SX 86 vintage with the plastic there, I mean, for a $500 bill, and needed a little attention, so you could probably get it for, you know, four and a quarter, maybe $375. I should go in and call. Just kidding. Man, I wish I had more space and more time to work on this stuff. It's not like I'm short on projects, right? Everything in here needs some attention. All right, friends. So, yeah, I'm complaining. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching and listening to me complain. Please remember to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and please go out and buy these deals and make video of them. So even though I can't do it, I could watch somebody else have some fun. Anyway, folks, bye now.